Birdies garden box that came in a few days back. It's about 30 inches by 35 inches by 52 inches. Came in a small box like this, very easy to manage. I'll open it, assemble it, and make a video. So there's 4 corner pieces like this. There's 4 of them here, and there is 6 flat pieces. There is a rubber thing for the top, a few screws, nuts and bolts, and a simple instruction. That's all there was in the box. Very lightweight. You just put these screws and hand tighten it for now. Later I'll use a small wrench once it's all assembled. Corner pieces have been assembled. You put these corner pieces on the outside, then this flat piece on the inside, and then the corner pieces always go outside, and then you just put the screw from the outside, and then these nuts go on the inside. So it's just the corners are ready. Now I need to put the flat panels on the side. Okay, it's all done. Just took me about an hour and 25 minutes. Very easy to put this together. Very lightweight as well. It's of the right height, so essentially I can just standing up I can take care of my plants. So just hour and a half, that was the total time from start to finish. Very easy as compared to the other garden beds I had made. Like this one I did a few years back. It's about 10 feet by 3 feet, about 1.5 feet tall. This took me a full day, almost from morning till the evening. Very sturdy, however it just took me forever. Although it's performing quite well here in the rain and winter here. Now I'm going to take this and put it over there next to the other bed there. Then I will fill it up almost halfway, just up until here, with old wood and mulch, up until right about here. And then the top 16 to 18 inches I will put with soil, manure, and other amendments. And then we'll be ready to go. So I'm right now finished putting the mulch, and then I'm putting some water, and then I'll stomp on it just so that all the air pockets, those are taken out. And it takes about 10 minutes of walking on it with a little bit of water, and then it will be well settled. Then I can start putting soil on it. So this is a coconut coir. It's just a small brick like this. And it is, I think, made in India. And you put water in this, let it soak for a few hours, and it will become like this. Very porous. Now I'm putting some water on it, and if I let it be there for a few hours, then it will become just like that. So now that we have got most of the mulch is done here, what I am going to put on top of it is just this regular topsoil. It's pretty much clay. About 50% would be just this topsoil. Then to that I will mix coconut coir. I had it soaked in water earlier. That'll be about 20% of this. Then I have some mushroom manure. It's pretty good. We got it from a local nursery called Jim Jenkins. So this would be about 25%. This would also be about roughly 20% or so of this. And then just 5-10% of store-bought manure. This is I think I got it from Tractor Supply. It's got humus and manure. So just about 5-10% of the store-bought manure. And then to that I will mix just about a cup for each, I would say about a feet of this. I'll probably put like 3 to 4 cups of worm casting and about a handful of kelp. And that's about it. So just to sum it up, topsoil 50%, about 25% coconut coir, 20% or so of mushroom manure, 5-10% of store-bought manure, some kelp, and lastly some worm casting. So it will take me about an hour to get this all mixed up. It's a lot of work. Hey guys, so I was just checking to see if the soil is ready. Looks like this bed is all completely done. I put the soil and all the mixture in there yesterday as well. Check the pH, it's right around 6.5, just bordering 7. You can buy these things off of Amazon. They're about $15 or so. So pH is good, moisture is also quite good, light is also good. So this is a 3-way meter. It checks your light condition, your moisture, as well as your pH. All 3 are in good shape. As far as the soil temperature is concerned, I use this I also use for my compost. Soil is right around 95 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's quite warm as well. So this is ready to get planted. So in these 2 beds, what I'm planning to do is, on this one, it gets the most amount of sun. I will put 6 tomatoes, and I have picked out 6 different varieties. They are all indeterminate, meaning these tomatoes will keep growing and they'll keep flowering and keep fruiting. So these are indeterminate tomatoes. There is only one determinate tomato I have, which is this one here. It's a patio variety, so this will grow in a bush. They will only grow to be a certain size and then they'll stop, and then they'll give out all its fruit at one at the same time, as opposed to these other 5. These will keep fruiting again and again until the frost sets in. So the varieties I have is Big Leaf, Husky Cherry, this one is Better Boy, this one is Chocolate Sprinkles, and this one is a Big Boy. So these are the 5 indeterminate varieties, and this one is a patio hybrid. So that's what's going to go in this. In this one, we'll have a few eggplants, 1, 2, 3 eggplants, 2 pepper plants, and 1 lemon cucumber. So I think we'll just limit it to 6 plants. These 3, this is a ground cherry, another tomato, and another pepper. These 3 I'll probably put in another bed that I'm making on the other side. Hi. So I am almost done with putting all the plants in both of these garden beds. On this one I ended up putting some peppers, some eggplants, and in between this I planted some spinach. These are they really like shade, they can't tolerate heat, so I'm hoping as these plants grow they will provide enough shade for this spinach. I was gonna go put 1 tomato. And the way I put my tomatoes is I'll make the hole, which is a little bit, if this is the plant, I'll make the hole to take up about this much of the plant. So I've already dug this hole, and in this hole I will put just about 2 tablespoons of, just about 2 of these worm castings. Mix it in the soil inside, and then I take these tomato plants out, and no matter which tomato plant you have, determinate or indeterminate, the process of planting it almost is the same. Just keep an eye on the root, just sort of massage it a little bit so that they don't get root bound. Then what you should do is, if you can zoom in on this, if you see these hairs, each one of these hairs will eventually become root if they get the soil, if they get to the soil. So it's much better to just get rid of some of these leaves. These leaves can grow in the long run, but if you just take off about, bottom, I would say 2-3 inches off the plant, although it looks like removing a lot of leaves, it'll probably end up becoming a much healthier plant. I'll probably plant all of this inside the ground as well. So I already have my hole prepared. You just put the tomato plant all the way in, put all the remainder of the soil around it. Don't forget to put this thing, because eventually in the long run they will all look very similar and you will not remember which is determinate, which is not determinate. So this is a determinate tomato. All the other are indeterminate. Determinate means it will only grow up to about a certain size, it will give out all its fruits at once, and it will die. Whereas these until the frost, they will keep growing and they'll keep giving flowers after flowers, fruit after fruit. So now that the tomato plant is in, you just sprinkle in a little bit of worm casting around it. And then to make sure that your bed is well protected, you just put some mulch on top of the soil. This will keep the moisture in the bed. That way you can avoid watering a few times and it will still not dry out the soil. Additionally, it also keeps all the soil organisms well protected. And if you water the plant and if there's any water splatter, then it also avoids the pathogens that live in the soil from getting up and onto your leaves. So putting a mulch on flower bed or a vegetable bed, whether it is in the ground or in a garden bed, is always a good idea. And that's about it. And at this point, all you gotta do is just water it lightly. Although I had watered my garden bed earlier as well, but I'll just put a little bit more water in there just so that these newly planted roots can start taking up water and start thriving. So that's about it, guys. These two beds are completely done. Just remember, if you like these beds, you can get those from epicgardening.com. That is the only website in the US that carries it. I think these are shipped from Australia, but epicgardening.com, that's where you can get this. If you like my video, feel free to share it. And if you'd like to see some more, subscribe my channel, and I should be posting more regularly. And you will see in a week I'll post the rest of my garden. Also, I'll provide an update on how these plants are doing. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe.